Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to REDDOG.TV. My name is Sing Red Dog here, and I am joined by none other to my left. Yep, I pointed the right way. I did it. Wasabi1.
Howdy, Red Dog. How are you, sir?
Howdy. How are you doing? I'm doing great. I'm very excited for this match. I see that both of us are adorned in our beautiful PAX shirts.
We got our names.
Because we're
we
cool.
Got,
Awesome. Well, welcome everybody to the match. We are gonna get started here pretty soon. Quaxy's here, Titus is here. They've been playing all morning and trying to warm up here, so it should be a really good match. This is a double header that we're bringing to you this morning. Right now, double header. We got started. Titus Gaming versus Quaxy, and right after that, we got Titus versus Team X, which is basically Godar.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. I think it pretty much is
basically Godar. So, anyways, all right, guys, welcome everybody. I know that I wanted to thank Twitch right now for putting us on front page. Thank you very much, Twitch, for that. We have front page locked for about a couple hours here, so we could probably get through this match and stick around after, and we'll get through to the other match. So, guys, welcome. We are going to get this started first. We are going to talk to the team captains before the match starts. But I wanted to go over real quick just, where we're at right now in terms of, these teams. Now, this is, if you haven't seen this game, this is Natural Selection 2. This is a Aliens versus Marines. It's a blend of RTS and FPS gameplay. So, kind of each side has their own commander, which has a top-down kind of StarCraft view, and the players, the units on the field that he sees scattering around, those are actual players that are playing in an FPS view in either Aliens or Marines. The commander, researches upgrades, drops structures, stuff like that around the map, and basically you just got to annihilate the other team. We are in, this is the Natural Selection League. We're in Season 3 right now. This is a Week 3 matchup of the Premier Division teams. We're seeing 3 teams this morning: Titus Gaming, Quaxy, and Team X. So right now, focusing on what's going on in this matchup, Quaxy versus Titus. They've played one round so far, one match so far in the season. They're rescheduling their other ones, but Quaxy met Damage Networks, which is another Premier Division team, back in Week 1, and they took that 3-1. Titus went up against Exertus and took that 4-0. Now, Wasabi, I know that you kind of knew what was going on in that Titus-Exertus game, and we know Exertus from, back when they fought Archaea, in the ESL studios back in, beta or a little bit after launch, right? That was a long time ago.
Exertus and Archaea made it to the launch tournament in ESL Cologne, Germany. Exertus really was up there, and they had the potential to take down Archaea. Unfortunately, Archaea back in the day, these guys were so good that when they entered that studio, it's like every switch that could have gone off did, and they just played perfect. The first game was an intense back and forth. Exertus was so close to winning it, but then at some point in that game seemed to just kind of go, oh crap, we don't know what to do, and Archaea took total advantage of it and then turned it into, I believe at that time, was a 4-0. So after that, Exertus kind of broke up. They disappeared for a little while. They came back. They disappeared. They came back. They came back for Season 3 this year and got 4-0'd by Titus. Pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, again, a lot of that I remember hearing was, they're a good team. There's good talent on Exertus. It's just, I think they're a little bit out of practice. Once they kind of get back into the swing of things, I'm pretty sure that they're going to be that powerhouse that they once were. But again, they're going up against other teams that are powerhouses in their own right, namely Titus. Right now, we got the Snails.
I really like these Titus guys. I mean, I'm pretty impressed with these guys.
Not biased at all, right?
Not biased at all.
All right, so All right, guys, so what I want to do, since we're on front page, I wanted to give you a little bit of an intro video to Natural Selection 2. I have about a bunch of them queued up, but this is for people that have never seen Natural Selection 2, and enjoy the intro video while I play it, and we'll be right back in a few minutes. Alright, so that was just a really cool, one of the first trailers that came out of NS2. And it still gives me chills, like, watching that. You know that animation that where the Onos just bust through that door and it's just like, roaring? I don't know why, but that gives me chills. I love that animation.
It's because all you hear is me yelling Onos when you see it.
Yeah.
That scares you to death.
Alright, guys. Alright, guys. So we're basically in spectator chat with two of the one member from each team, Titus Gaming and Quaxy, and I wanted to talk to Quaxy first here. We got Kasesa representing Quaxy. Kasesa, are you there?
Hello. Yes, I'm here.
How are you doing, man?
I'm doing fine. I'm really expecting this match.
So how much is Quaxy practiced? You guys are going up against Titus Gaming, who in their own right are a really good team. You guys are no one to be scoffed at. But have you guys practiced anything different? Have you watched like any of Titus's matches to kind of figure out how they play, what they do? What have you done to get ready?
Yes, we had a quite silent summer, but now we have some new members. As you probably know, Quaxy is a full Finnish clan, or used to be. But now we have a few international members in the team. So we really have practice with this new lineup, and we played this map and other maps as well, and I'm really expecting to surprise everyone with our new tactics and our new skills and new
Awesome. And you know, as far as your team, you know, have you chatted to them? Do they look at Titus as, oh, this is going to be a pushover match, or do they think they're coming into it right now?
Well, Titus is of course never going to be a pushover, but I think we're going to win this. I'm pretty sure we're going to win this. We're all very confident in our own skills, and well, it's a European versus American match, so we all really want to play our best.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I just have to say, I love you guys, but since I'm from America, I have to say that I might be a little bit biased.
Yeah, right.
All right, well, you know what? Thanks so much for the quick interview. I'll send you back to your locker room. And Wasabi, how about you introduce who we have for Titus?
Well, it's really hard for me to introduce this incredible professional commander because this guy wears a tie in everything he does. Like when he wakes up in the morning, that tie goes on, it tightens up, puts on those glasses, and he just looks cool in front of the camera. It's Versal, commander for Titus. Welcome, Versal.
Hello.
After all that, and all I get is a hello.
Thank you, Wasabi, for the wonderful introduction.
So Versal, Titus Gaming, you know, they came out of the gate 4-0'd right away. Unfortunately, you know, Sonovan wasn't able to show up for the match in week 2, so it was a forfeit. We didn't get to see you guys play. As a result, this week we actually get to see you play 2 matches because you're going to play your next week match right away. Tell me, what is Titus Gaming doing to prepare for this Premier League? Because right now there is some tough competition, you know, that you're going up against.
Well, we've been practicing a lot, trying to follow trends with the strategy and stay on top of ways to counter a lot of what the other teams have been trying at the moment. So we have a couple of different things that we're going to be doing here that other teams may not necessarily have seen, but overall I think you'll see very solid coordinated play.
So you say solid coordinated play. How important is communication to, you know, any competitive team?
For any competitive team, it's paramount, but for Natural Selection 2 especially, it's not just your typical shooter. There's so much involved with the strategy and everything as well. So we try to stay very tight with our communications most times and make sure that everyone is, you know, calling everything that they need to be calling, because it may not necessarily always be everything that you see. You might just assume everyone else knows as well. So it's all about quick, tight communications and everyone being on the same page.
Well, we're looking at a new map today being played, NS2 Caged. What does this map bring to the competitive play that maybe we haven't seen?
I think that this map plays a little bit differently than some of the other maps we've seen. It looks like a similar shape, but you'll see a lot more early aggression and more focus around covering central points on the map. So I think you'll see a little bit different play style than you may be used to with maps like Summit or Tram even.
Quaxy says that they're going to win. What is your prediction, Versal?
I think that prediction is completely wrong. I'm feeling a Titus 4-0, but you know,
don't say.
Gonna try to remain humble.
All right, well, awesome. Thank you very much, Versal. As Red Dog said, we're sending you back to the locker room, and we are waiting in high anticipation of this game before it begins. All right, I'm pretty stoked. I'm excited.
Oh, me too. All right, so I think now we should just go over the map real quick here.
Might I please inform you of 2 of my favorite places on this map?
Okay. Oh, I know which one you're gonna go to.
It's over here on the right side of the map, just before that one hallway. Auxiliary Red Dogator.
Oh my god, I did not even notice. That must have been in the last build.
Honestly, I think everybody's favorite room on this map is, why not Satan's Butthole?
Exactly, which was previously jerkily along Satan's Butthole. So, and there's also a Gorge plushie in the vents on this map that's hidden right above the B in that butthole room. I'll show you where it is. Where is it there? I think it's... Oh, maybe it was removed. Maybe it was removed. Oh, I think it was removed.
No, the plushie's there.
Oh, it's there?
It's down at the feet of the gorge by the spectator.
Oh, no, here it is. Found it in the vents. Right above the T. There's the gorge plushie, guys. It does exist. All right. So, just go over the map real quick for you. I'm just going to put it on the big screen here. So, basically has these tech points here. We got Marine Start, we got Generator, Ventilation, and Sewer. So this is a 4 tech point map. These little pins right here on the map are resource nodes, and both teams compete to control those. And basically, yeah, I mean, it's a very tight map. I mean, you guys saw me flying around it earlier, and obviously, because of the name Caged, as Wasabi pointed out last time I brought this up, it is a very claustrophobic map. I always feel claustrophobic running through these tunnels. And but it's very interesting to see some of these fights happen, especially since being such a tight map, aliens lose a lot of their mobility. And I thought that was actually going to be a problem in the beginning when I first saw this map being played, but for some reason the aliens hold their own on this.
Well, you know, I mean, let's be totally honest here. Versal brought it up, and he's totally right. This is a hyper-aggressive map if Marines want to be, and it's all focused around this central processing area. It's got, you know, 4 entrances into central processing. Well, 3, technically 3, I guess. But you can quickly run down to purification and ventilation through central processing. So watch for the Marines to go there right away. Think of it like on Vale, one of the other maps where you got that double res node in the middle. It's essential to kind of hold that or keep the other team from holding it, just so that you have better momentum throughout the map, as well as good res flow. In this particular situation, though, just watch, because there is going to be some crazy aggressive play. Crazy. I mean, I think you will be shocked at how aggressive the Marines will play on this map.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. I think I think we are almost ready here. Let's go over. Why don't you take me through the lineup? I'm just going to talk to the mods in the channel real quick.
All right, and for Quaxy, we have Aorus, Malga, Fulgo, Onzor, Mocha, and Casesa? I think I got that right. And over on Titus Gaming, we have Versal, Bitey, Arline, Sicknick, Golden, and I believe they're waiting for their 6th player to join right now, which I think is Rantology.
Well, I did see Rant in here. By the way, Rantology is also like the community artist. She does all the great artwork that we have. She actually did the scene that you guys are looking at right now that me and Wasabi are in. She's did the background, she did frames here, all that stuff, and so really awesome that we rely on her for a lot of our graphical needs.
Ooh, I haven't seen. Did you finally update your
My
your
scene
Twitch?
is updated.
Nice.
Yes. It's the new Biodome scene that.
Oh wait,
that
crap!
came
That's
out.
the one I'm using.
Oh no!
What?
All right, so I'm just gonna tell them we're ready here.
It's not fair. We're supposed to coordinate these things.
Okay. So,
Yeah, so it is waiting for one of the Titus players to get back on, and then we will begin. This is pretty exciting, and thank you to all the new viewers that are here. For those of you that are sitting here scratching your going, what in the world are we looking at? Of course, this is natural selection too. You may remember the original mod back in 2002, but this is a beautiful hybrid of first-person shooter real-time strategy game. And it is a heavy team game, big time heavy team game. And we hope that you are excited to see what is about to come, because it's going to be epic.
I have a game start in 5 seconds. Is this live?
Yeah.
All right. All right, this is live, folks. Here we go. We are going to get started with this match. Premier Division Season 3 matchup of the NSL. Quaxy versus Titus Gaming here on Caged. Quaxy starting in Marine Start on the top left, and on the other side we got in Ventilation. Titus starting doing a quick move into Central Processing.
You know, one of the things that we didn't talk about also is that this league, NSL, uses a 30% friendly fire. So it is going to be something interesting to watch in all these games when there's large engagements, possibly team kills.
Yeah, and it's really funny watching some of the team kills that happen because you see sometimes like the Marines killing their own phase gates at some points, trying to save it.
Malga walks into central processing and takes down those skulks. It's a good first engagement win for Quaxy. There is a gorge running around right now over in REDDOG.TV, and he's putting up a gorge tunnel. So they're looking to get some momentum throughout the map for holding their res nodes. And Golden is all alone, though, right now, as these two Marines are starting to look to pressure out of central processing.
Golden Joshi backed up by a drifter here in central processing. Malga and Quaxy here as well, trying to hold this room. RT is up. R-line coming from the back to reinforce this group. We got Bitey on the other side of the room on the ceiling. Gets killed right there on the side of that on that corner. Seeing a nice engagement right now. Malga taking down Joshua with a pistol and Golden. So Titus Gaming losing a Gorge and a Skulk there in central processing. And we're seeing Onzor here in in auxiliary, taking out the Gorge tunnel, which is below half health. Bitey now coming up against Onzor, getting killed. And now Quaxy comes in to help with that Gorge tunnel. It looks like it's going to go down. 3 Skulks pop out. But the damage is done. Quaxy taking out his own teammate in that scuffle.
And the damage was already done by removing the tunnel. Thankfully, you know, the tunnel's expense is pretty much null. So if they choose to go Gorge again, they'll be able to put that tunnel right back up. But one thing to notice here is what's happened at upper shipping access. Versal has placed 2 whips here to protect this entryway. And had that second whip had been done, I don't think they would have been able to pressure that tunnel as much as they did.
Malga, full go, Quaxy, and all making short work of these aliens here in central processing, saving that RT at 20%. Quaxy sitting on 6 extractors right up here, and a 7th one on the way. Titus on 2 harvesters and 1 growing. That's the one here in auxiliary. Golden coming around the corner against Quaxy. Josh coming around the corner, taking Quaxy out of there, taking that pressure out. But look at Quaxy. They have seriously expanded all over this map, leaving just auxiliary, upper shipping, and ventilation for Titus.
So one of the things that Quaxy's done here early on is they've gone for a second IP to spawn in their Marines faster to reinforce. They've gone for the arms lab and have already started researching weapons 1, and they also built an armory to get mines. But note, there is not an OBS, so there's no phase tech, so the momentum is really how fast they can run to each point. Aliens still have a good chance at pulling back on the res and locking these guys into a tough position.
Well, we're seeing now that Sicknick is out on the field as that lurk. Bitey now doing a little bit of checking out in central processing. Malga and Fulgo in there. Nice scan being dropped here by by Arroyos.
But over in central processing, we've got 2 Skulks and Alert coming in to clean up
enzyme
with
there.
the help of the enzyme. And as we talked just a minute ago, the OBS has been placed at base and phase tech is being researched.
Yep, there's also an OBS, actually.
Oh, the OBS was
no,
placed
the OBS in central, and they're going to take that out. There goes the phase tech research.
Oh.
It's pretty
and
tough.
he didn't cancel that. So he lost the res for the phase tech research.
Yep. Onzor and Quaxy here in upper shipping access, taking down this this whip as Sicknick comes around the corner, takes him out. Joshi takes out Onzor and clean that up. Malga now alone here in central processing. And he's hiding. Malga taking down Joshi. Nice.
Not a bad move on his part. Wait till they're in the room, wait till they're engaging, then come from behind and hit him. I mean, it's the best way to clear him sometimes. You can see that the aliens are now starting to work on res up in generator and down in purification. And with that enzyme hit for Bitey, he's going to be able to probably get this down before Molko can take him down.
Yeah, Bitey is this extractor. He's doing a smart thing. He's staying on the extractor, ignoring the Marine that's firing at him, takes it down, damage is done. He's a skulk, he's a throwaway unit, so he can definitely do that. Mulk now backing off into sewer as he's chased by about 2 aliens and a drifter. Gets taken out there by Joshi. Deathcam strikes again. Over in Generator, we see Sicknick taking out Kasesa and going to be working on the Generator RT. That is going to drop Quaxy down to 5 extractors. Upper Sewer is being attacked as well by Joshi as Malga comes around the corner to try to save it.
Normally, I wouldn't say that it's a smart move by any alien team to put this many skulks on RTs, but what they're doing is they're causing Quaxy to split up and defend.
Yep.
And that's a good thing at this point because they did lose the early game, momentum by all the skulks that went down. You can see that Titus is slowly starting to pull it back, but the tech explosion for the Marines is a little high at the moment with Weapons 2 already complete, Phase Tech complete, and now Armor 1 coming out.
So now we're seeing that extractor there in Central is gone. And we're seeing Malga pushing away Joshi. The one down in sewer is gone. Quaxy down to, down to 4 extractors. They've had to rebuild quite a few. The upper sewer now, that is just so annoying. Upper sewer now being attacked. Phase gate going up here in in that room.
We'll just call it why not.
Yeah, we'll call it why not. Oh, over in REDDOG.TV. We got Owns. I can't believe I said that. In Auxiliary, we see Owns are taking down Golden, but getting taken down by R-Line.
The nice thing about this phase gate placement and why not is that it's got 3 mines surrounded by it. So they took the time to secure the spot before they put the phase gate down. And that's going to help out against, any skulk movement around the phase gate. But, never question how good Alert can be in this situation to be able to snipe those mines from out of the way and not take any damage. But right now, these Marines are in a lot of trouble because they've lost 8 going on 9 extractors. And it's been, you can look at the res graph, it has just been tunneling down and down and down since about the 5.5 minute mark.
Yeah, and you know what? I've seen this before where, like, the Marines can pop up like crazy, on res, and, you see that graph, and you always see them lose a crap ton of extractors, but the aliens, if they just hold on their harvesters slowly but surely, 2, 3, 4, and they don't lose any, they end up out-teching the Marines at the end in the long run because they haven't had to rebuild like crazy.
And, only concerning yourself with what you need. The 3 harvesters can be perfect for the aliens to get their fades up, which are the higher life forms, at about the 9 minute mark. So, that's important.
R-Line now outside upper shipping access with Sicknick, backing him up as he's going to go into central processing. Check some stuff out. Fulgo and Molt coming around the corner. And you see from Sicknick, he sees them coming. Oh, they did see him up there. You see that shotgun blast up against that vent. So Molk and Fulgor know that he's in there. And this would be very bad if he would go if he would go right into this because they have 2 shotguns.
I'm just checking. Can you hear me right now?
I can, but it's now sounds very echoey.
Yeah, something happened. All right, I'm gonna disappear for 1 second.
Okay. All right, so now we are seeing Fulgo, Malga, and Mulk in purification. They just built up that phase gate there, so they may recycle the one here, and why not? Over here, we do have fades out on the field. Walking around in Generator. We got Onzor and Kasesa right outside Generator, knowing that there is a fade in here. Golden as that gorge. There's Joshi coming out as well. Joshi, Sicknick, R-Line, all fades out on the field. This could be the change that Titus was looking for.
I'm going to pull your attention down to ventilation because there's 2 Marines moving directly into the hive and going straight onto the spurs.
Oh, wow. Yep. Fulgor and Malga taking out the alien upgrades. There goes one. They both have shotguns. Who is responding to this?
They'll have to use that gorge tunnel. They do. They come back in here. They get some good bites, but with the assistance of med packs from the commander,
and they're welding
just
each
not
other.
Anything they can do.
There's the fades.
Now the fades come in. Now this will be the question of how well they can respond.
Oh, Look at that. Gets him out of there, out of harm's way. Great job to not lose those shotguns. Oh, 13% on that spur.
I think
Dang.
that was the smart thing to do. Save the shotguns. You can see that, you know, there's decent P-res on the team. But if you've got the res flow, and he's got 7 extractors up, so if you got the res flow to make it work, sure, do it.
Yeah.
You know, bring him back to base.
Malga and Fulgor here in sewer. They're going to pop out Golden. They may take that that room as well. I mean, you know, I'm liking this. These phase gates on the map look very close together, but they're really not if you look in terms of running. So it gives them nice coverage in Purification and in sewer, and also in Why Not and Upper Sewer.
And, you know, now they've been kind of down. You can see that the team ramped up from about 8 minutes on, has gone up and up and up with res, and they've only been able to take 1 extractor down the last 2 minutes. And that's not good for the aliens. Now the Marines are going for Weapons 3, which does 30% more damage than the original weapons out of the gate. And that is just nasty.
Oh no! Sicknick dies! The Lurk dies here on stability on a mine. And we're seeing Fulgo and Malga coming down into ventilation again. Let's get the look from Fulgor.
Quaxy, Malga, and Fulgo down there again in the hive. And these fades getting some hard meat shots, taking down Fulgo, but Malga's still in. Kasea coming back to support. And man, that spur's still sitting on 13%.
It's like the spur that won't die. Kasesa, maybe that was called to him. He should just run. Oh, he's going to pick up a shotgun. Just run up there and smack that spur. Go!
Smack that spur up.
Should be a mini game. All right, so now we see Kasesa is still here in ventilation. He's going to get rolled here by 3 of Titus's aliens. Malga coming around the corner. Looks like he was a little bit too late. Weapons 3 has been researched.
The big problem is up in Generator, though. You got Mocha, 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 and Onzar up here, and that hive was building. It's only at 38% health and 27% grown, and with these level 3 shotguns, that sucker's gone.
Oh, there it goes! In a blast of green glory. Onzor and Molt taking down that hive in Generator. Titus looks like they are in trouble. Big fight happening. Fulgo and Kasesa here in ventilation. Knocks away two fades. And
Yeah,
they have taken Generator.
It is a tough situation. Weapons 3 shotguns are hard to fight against. And now that they're going for the advanced armor, you know he's moving towards getting those jetpacks out. The constant pressure on these hives means that no one's really been working on res. You've got Bitey out here starting to chew away, and Bitey sitting on 56 res, so you know he's waiting to go Onos, but I don't know if that's going to work. I mean, they just might be too teched up to do anything.
I agree.
At that point.
I agree. I honestly can see it now. I mean, Titus is out-teched at this point. And with that Onos, like you said, it's not going to do much because if you look, their advanced armory is already going to be going up. Right after that, we're going to see a prototype lab, which is going to give access to jetpack research and exoskeletons. Exoskeletons, if you don't know, if you haven't seen this game before, are basically mechs with big guns as arms.
Pressure now coming to the Red Dog Gator auxiliary here, where they're starting to work on the res for the aliens. And this will delay that Onos a lot. You know, by even just taking down 1 res node, you know, that's going to delay him probably another minute.
Yeah, definitely. Joshy now in Central getting scanned down as that fade. I mean, I can see right now, I mean, you can kind of see Titus is down to 2 Harvesters versus Quaxy. Quaxy's economy is spectacular right now. I mean, look at the graph. Look at where they went down, and they just rebuilt and held, and then they went after Titus. Team resources 782 to 397. Team kills 48 to 26. So Quaxy dominating this match in terms of engagements.
Yeah, and all this pressure on the hives. You know, like I said, expect hyper-aggressive play. And this has absolutely been exactly what we've been seeing.
Nice job, clean up there. Nice bone wall catch from Versal there in ventilation. Was able to do that, but Onzor and Mulk here in shipping tunnels. Arline and Joshy trying to do something there. 45% on Joshy as he almost gets killed. Finally, that spur has been completed, but the harvester is lost in shipping, and they are down to 1 harvester, and the prototype lab is done.
This is a really hard situation to come back from. You can see Bitey is now evolving into an Onos and ventilation. Sicknick's going lurk again. I think right now, you know, Titus has to do something big to take this back, and it's going to be about taking those phase gates down. I just don't know if they can do it. They've only got, you know, the 2 fades and the Onos. That lurk might help if they can hit Bitey's right now. Oh my God! Oh no! 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 Oh my God!
Oh my God! They got him while he was in an egg.
And that's GG. There is no way to bring this back.
Oh.
I mean, as much as Titus, you know, can play well, unless they can really get both those phase gates down and be super aggressive. With the jetpacks about to be researched, there's just, oh my God. And I can tell you right now, if you were in TeamSpeaker Mumble with this team,
they are raging. Oh my God. All that time, guys, if you don't know, an Onos is the final evolution for the alien team. It's basically a huge damn rhinoceros, and it takes 60 personal res to actually evolve into, and all that money gone while he was evolving. The Marines came in and shot him while he was in an egg. Oh.
You can see him spreading infestation. They don't want to call it yet. You know, they still think they can pull this back. Again, though, with the jetpacks coming out, it's going to make it really difficult to combat, because with level 3 shotguns in those hands, and let's face it, they've really held these shotguns for a long time.
Look at their, I mean, look, 51, 20, 28, 54, 48. They got so much res versus personal res versus Titus. This is ridiculous.
Triple pressure to the hive, Max supporting to help with the armor. If they clear these Marines, they've got to go straight for the phase gate. They have to get to this phase gate.
We got Arline, Sicknick, Joshy pushing towards the purification phase gate. Mulk is there with a shotgun.
Oh, now benefit here was that phase gate was low, but with 2 max out, and now Arline getting shot from behind, fade going down. That means they've only got 1 fade on the field, 1 higher life form. At this point, I'm thinking Hail Mary, and that's about all you got.
Well, I mean, at this point, look, Gorge upgrades are done. They have 3 biomass, so they. I mean, the only thing, obviously, that I'm thinking.
Exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
Is going for the bile bomb.
They're going to bile bomb rush. They have to. I mean,
Marines are completely out of play right now. So look, they're getting Beacon back before anything even happens.
For jetpacks.
And then I think the aliens are going to let them move all the way to the hive. But with 5 Marines and jetpacks, they could take that sucker down in 10 seconds.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, look at this. Gorge tunnel from vent to right outside monitoring. They're going to oh boy. But I don't think they're going to make it in time. You got Molt, Kasesa, and Fulgore running right into ventilation right now.
They're going straight for the hive. Hive already down to 75%. In come the aliens to restart. They've been scanned, but they're leaving the hive.
Oh, 1 down. 49% on the hive in ventilation.
40%. The beacon goes off. They haven't finished off the hive.
They're going to do the beacon. There goes the observatory, but oh, it went off. The beacon went off, and that is it. And there's arcs coming from ventilation into the hive, 17%, and this is over.
Yeah, they can't delay them enough, especially with those arcs moving in, to save this hive. I mean, they're going through the tunnel. They're trying to go do more damage, maybe take down the command station, but this thing's going to be gone. 10, 8, 7, 5.
There we go! Quaxy wins round 1 against Titus!
I mean, like I said, this map is super hyper-aggressive when it comes to Marine play. And if they win those early engagements and hold central processing, you can just push. And that's what they did. They kept the pressure up constantly on the life forms stopping them from taking down their own res. And even though they held 3 harvesters for a long time throughout that, they absolutely won this in the long game.
Yeah, that was a pretty good. I mean, we saw in the beginning too that it may have went towards Titus. They were losing all that res in the beginning, and I really thought that was actually going to hurt them because we see it all the time, right? Like you lose res, you have no money to spend because you're just spending rebuilding your res towers, right? But they were able to rebuild and hold, and that was the key that strengthened their economy, allowed them to out-tech the aliens, and as you were saying at that time, even when that Onos was going to come out, they were going to have jets, you know, by that time, and then they got the Onos in the egg. I mean, oh my god.
Yeah, to take out the Onos was their ace in the hole, and they knew the Onos was coming. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if the commander's like, if you get in that hive, you start popping eggs left and right. And I think, you know, one of the issues is that was a really risky place to evolve for Bitey. I mean, it's very open. You know that the hive pressure is coming. You know, I didn't really see any misting going on.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That's actually a good point.
I'm gonna say both sides of it. There's a little bit of commander neglection going on, and a little bit of, you know, I don't want to say player cockiness, but you know, I think that Bitey could have done a much better job at placing himself in a more defensive position.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we are going to play a little bit of a video here while the teams are ramping up for round 2 here. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. Enjoy this Natural Selection 2 video. This is actually one of my favorite ones. I love that EXO reveal video. That one, just love the intro of that. When the doors blast open, they're all firing down into it, and then you just see the Onos like look up. All right, so I'm going to tell these teams that we are ready for round 2. Sabi, you ready?
I am ready.
All right, guys. So we know that there's been a few questions here. I know the mods are trying to answer as much as you can, but this is Natural Selection 2. It is a Marine versus Alien game. It's a hybrid between a first-person shooter and real-time strategy game. So basically, think StarCraft versus Counter-Strike, because a lot of people compare the two. Basically, both sides have a commander that have a top-down view of the game. They can drop structures and research upgrades while their teammates are playing in first person. And I'm going to shut up because we're starting round 2 here.
Yo, Red Dog, shut your mouth.
Titus versus Quaxy, round 2 here on Caged. This is the NSL Season 3 matchup, Premier Division. Oh,
okay.
Crappy
Ooh.
Start for
Ooh,
Quaxy.
this is a
Started
hard
in
one.
sewer.
Yeah,
Ouch.
like we talked about before, if Titus can get into Central and hold it really well, they can just run down and snipe Purification over and over and over again. But look at this,
Look
a
at this.
5-star push to Central here right away and taking down both Marines.
Oh, they didn't lose anybody. Sick Nick running back. Oh my God. Here they come.
There. He's trying to pull him away from the IP. Takes down 1. Takes down 2. There's still 2 on the IP. Enzyme going off. Only 1 left.
Versal is left in there. Oh, and he does take him out.
Now, the only thing is here, look down at Purification.
Yeah.
Golden was able to move around, pull off res, go straight down, take out the drifter. So the aliens did not benefit from that at all. I mean, they delayed the Marines a little bit, but there's still someone capping res in the north. We got Golden sitting here, making sure that Purification is delayed by at least 30 or 40 seconds.
Oh, well, now we got 4 of them moving into Central Process. This is really early aggression here from Quaxy. We got R-Line, Bitey down in Why Not. Sicknick running back with Golden into Marine start. Joshy taking it from Fulgo here in stability.
And this is such good pack play.
Yeah.
These 2 Marines are saying, okay, fine, if that's what they want to do, then that's what we're going to do. They run straight back to Purification, trying to get down that drifter. Now they're going to sit here and just pick off this Harvester, and there isn't anybody around to stop them.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, they've cut off basically this expansion onto the map, which is going to cut Quaxy off from infesting to the east, towards the east side into precious ventilation. If they don't hold this bottom of the map, which has 4 RTs, it's going to be such a tough match for them. Here comes Quaxy trying to clean them out of Purification. Bitey now the only one left.
That was so close. I was really pulling for Bitey there.
As he jumped down. Oh, Golden now coming around Purification. He's just going to hold off just a bit, maybe waiting for backup. Upper sewer being built by Sicknick.
Yeah, that's going to go up. You can see that they've almost got stability back online. He's already dropped generator. And again, the aliens have not been able to get a single Harvester up except for their base node. 4-pack of aliens moving into Central Processing against Golden right now. And oh boy, is that just a disgusting pack of dogs to be chewing on your face.
Fulgo actually took out Kasesa in that. Oh boy. So now R-Line and Bitey moving down into Purification here. And we're seeing Malga.
Look at how they're pulling it back now. They're going to kill this drifter. Malga's coming in. Malga goes down. Kasesa, Milk, and Fulgo in here. R-Line and Bitey trying to take him down. Getting some good damage on. R-Line's going to pull back. The Harvester's still not being built. Now the drifter's out. And they've done a great job at really delaying. I mean, right now you're looking at minimum 10-minute fades.
Oh, yeah, easy. These guys have been delayed so much. Meanwhile, look on the other side of the map. We got expansions basically all over the place for Titus. Sicknick and Bitey here in Upper Sewer. Moving back into Why Not. And we got instability. Fulgo taking down an RT there. But again, more pushing on purification.
Absolutely. The longer they can delay higher life forms, the more tech they can get up. And you can see Marine Start is covered in mines now. Arms Lab's going up. And with 5 extractors going, you know, Versal's just going to start researching everything he possibly can. Forcing the aliens also to build this whip now to protect purification is a big deal. Unfortunately, because of the placement of the whip, they're going to be able to hit it from the top of this ramp, and the whip's not even going to be able to touch them. Weapons
Fulgo
1 going.
Taking out the extractor there. Instability. Golden coming around the corner. I think he wants to slap him off, but no, Fulgo's going to retreat into Generator. We see in Auxiliary, Kasesa doing a little bit of RT harassing there. Quaxy up to 2 Harvesters versus Titus's 5.
It doesn't look like Joshy's going to be able to get back in time to Red Dog Gator.
I can't say that name. Yeah, Josh is just going to let that go, but it doesn't matter. I mean, they got another one building across the map. I mean, just look at the team kills so far, 70-16. So we can see that it's kind of even of engagements, even though it's where the engagements happen, you know, like down in Purification that really delayed a lot of Quaxy's expansions.
And some of these fights where the Marines are losing to the Skulks, you know, in my opinion, based on the skill of these teams, you know, Titus needs to be taking more of these. Sticknick down in the hive trying to snipe some upgrades. Doesn't look like he got anything because they hadn't built anything yet. They have researched a Crag hive but have no shells down at this point.
Yeah, they have no money.
And you can see
money for one.
He's trying to get a Harvester up in ventilation, but his sys chain keeps getting cut. It's trying to be rebuilt right now. And there goes the Harvester. So their 3rd Harvester finally starting to build at 5 minutes, 40 seconds.
See now R-Line in Why Not, backing up Bitey. Onzor creeping up to Bitey with Alien Vision on. Oh, he does get caught! He's going to move right for the extractor and get out of there. Quite wisely, he lost the element of surprise there.
Yeah, these aliens are just doing a really good job of winning these engagements. And now they're starting to get res, and that's really important. The question again will be, just like in the last round though, can they stop a tech explosion by the Marines? Weapons 2 now being started.
Exactly. And you know, I've seen this a lot, by the way, in upgrades. I don't know if you have too, but just the rush into Weapons 3.
Weapons 3 has become a lot more popular, especially because if you got good shooters that can hold their weaponry.
Yep.
You know, Weapons 3, even LMGs, can take down a Fade pretty dang easily.
Well, I think also that the change happened because of, you know, just strafe jumping and just better juking of the aliens. You know, you got a good Marine that can juke a Skulk really well. You if he's not getting attacked, he doesn't need that armor 1.
I would agree. I think it's in the long run more beneficial to go for the weapon 3 over armor 1.
Golden down,
unless
shipping
of course,
tunnels.
Oh, Lurk down. Molt
Lurk
gets taken out right away. So now not only have they been delayed through res at the beginning of this game, but to lose their higher life form immediately after spawning. Wow.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Titus is all over this map, stopping expansions everywhere. Quaxy just cannot get out of sewer. I mean, you saw them get finally into purification, finally a little bit into ventilation, but I think with phase gates coming, weapons 2 about to come online, I mean, they're going to put a phase gate down in maybe shipping or right outside ventilation, and that is really going to hurt. If they can actually put it right outside in shipping and outside ventilation access, that is going to give them a perfect way into all their bases.
Yeah, they're in a comfortable position right now, but they've really got to take down this ventilation RT. There's a Crag there as well that's going to make it a little bit more difficult because you're going to have to focus on taking down that heal structure before you can take out the Harvester. They're holding 7 res. They haven't lost a tower in about 3 minutes.
Joshy here in ventilation as he's trying to hold his own, takes Mulk out with a pistol. Oh, and he almost takes him down with another pistol. Almost Kasesa, but Kasesa jumps into shipping to clear that out. Onzor taking down Central Processing RT.
The first shell is growing at the hive, But Sicknick was wise. He tapped the res node a little bit, pulled some aliens back, backed up, but went down to Molka there. Bitey coming around and taking out Molka.
We're seeing, guys, just so you know, the shell upgrade here that you're seeing actually allows aliens to develop, to actually grab traits, so they can grab either carapace or regeneration. And one shell gives 33% effectiveness of that trait, so the aliens need 3 of those to get 100% effectiveness.
Another thing to notice is that the aliens could potentially be looking at going on to 4 harvesters here, but at 9 minutes and not a single fade, and we're still probably about a minute away from fades without upgrades. You know, Titus has done a fantastic job of really delaying them.
Yeah. You know, and coming back from that base rush there, we saw that a little bit ago, the phase gate coming up in central processing, which is going to give them such a great launch pad onto the rest of the map. We're seeing Sicknick down in sewer doing a huge job. He's going to take the shell out. Oh, crap.
That's not good. That's really not good.
Not good. That costs 20, and, you know, if you're a res-starved Steam team like Quaxy is right now, you don't want to lose something so expensive like that.
And no med support from the commander, so wise choice by Versal not to waste med packs on a Marine that's really in a long-term losing engagement down inside the hive. Saving that res, because why? He needs the upgrades. Weapons 3 is researching right now. About 30 seconds away from getting that up and going. Marines are now down to 4 extractors.
Phase gate up in ventilation.
Wow, and now they're
completely knocking this out. I mean,
this is great.
This is great. They have locked this side of the map, guys. That is theirs. They've really locked Quaxy down into sewer.
Fades are out without upgrades. And not that they have them anyway, because there's no shells.
Yeah.
Weapons 3 still not online.
Oh, an Ownzor gets owned! Right there in ventilation. Oh, no!
Fades down immediately.
Oh, in ventilation as he was trying to get away.
Oh, my God. Quack's losing both.
Flash fades.
Wow.
Quaxy, that was something they could not afford, especially now, and this may be GG right now. I mean, obviously we saw it going downhill, I mean, from a while ago, but this almost was the nail in the coffin. They lost 2 fades right there that cost 40 personal res and was delayed all the way to the 10.5 minute mark.
Well, and as if that wasn't a big enough problem, even with these skulks coming in, now with weapons 3, they only need, you know, like a quarter of their clip to do serious damage on each skulk. And so they can just wipe them away bit by bit by bit. You can see the skulks coming in right now. The movement of that whip to come up and use the bile bomb off the whip to try to support killing this phase gate is a good move, but I think it's a little too late.
Yeah, and they just don't have the economy to support almost anything else on this map. I mean, look, they're going to lose shipping tunnels by Joshi in a bit. They've definitely lost ventilation. That is held by Titus pretty firmly. The whole, you know, northeast side of the map is held. Sicknick now up against Mulk in upper sewer, who gets away in the vent. In terms of upgrades, weapons 3, shotguns, mines, phase gates, and nano shield. Ouch. You know,
and look at this, they're obviously setting up for a base rush here. I mean, you know, getting three skulks together here. I think they're trying to figure out what they want to do, but I think they're realizing that Titus has got this pretty well locked down, and no one is that far away from a phase gate. So the commander doesn't necessarily have to beacon. Weapons 1, and armor 1 is almost, you know, complete here. We're only about maybe 30 seconds away from that.
Nice job there by the Marine Comm, by Versal. Nano shielding Sicknick during that skulk pack rush. Ended up saving his shotgun and taking those skulks out. Kasesa working on the phase gate here in ventilation. Might actually, gets scanned down and moves off.
Yeah, I just don't see a way for these aliens to pull this back. I mean, obviously a good base rush could seriously cripple the Marines, but at the same time, I think they're getting to the point where they know that's coming.
Yeah.
And having the phase gate at ventilation, I wouldn't be surprised if Versal places a command station as a backup down there very soon.
Look at Versal. I mean, he's just on it with that nano shield. Sicknick again being saved in the attack here in Sewer. Golden and Sicknick now backing off, gonna weld each other, get some health, rearm, reload, and get back in there. Meanwhile, most of Quaxy now coming out into Purification.
And now this is a great time for Golden and Sicknick to move in and start eliminating the
Oh!
egg, because if their guys can win this engagement, they can egg lock and take out the game.
I thought that nano shield was actually going to save him. It did against one Skulk. And look at that. While that fight was happening, Sicknick and Golden moved into Sewer.
They weren't able to take all the eggs down, but you can see they did get 3 shells up. They took one of them out. Golden with the nano shield saving himself.
Beautiful! Taking all
Quite
3
well.
Skulks out. Holy cow! Picking up Sicknick's shotgun. Cooldown on nano shield must be down by now. Yep! Nice job! Golden on fire!
So effective against any attack from any creature, even Onos, that, you know, Golden is just in a perfect spot here. And without the constant pressure because of the lack of eggs, there are no eggs right now. Because of that lack of pressure, Versal has the cooldown and can just nano shield right again every time.
Most of them now are respawning. Golden and Sicknick putting a lot of pressure in Sewer.
Another shell gone.
Oh my gosh.
Now 4 Marines here in Sewer against 3 Skulks.
Yeah, this is over. This is it here. There's another nano shield on our line. Dropped from the Marine Commander. Another shell gone. And this is it. They are egg locked.
What a comeback by Titus
Yeah.
after that first game. You know, I have to say, and I know it totally sounds biased, but I have to say, I think they did the better job of being aggressive and holding what they needed to throughout this whole game. You know, losing those
There we
fades right away, losing that lurk right away, I mean, that's just tough.
Well, guys, that is it, Titus. We go 1-1, and we go into one more match, one more map here, which is gonna be Descent.
Descent, probably the largest of the official maps in the NSL season, wouldn't you say?
I would have to say it is pretty big. I mean, the other map that comes close to that is Biodome, and that one I actually find more interesting than Descent. Personally, that's my personal opinion. I actually like Biodome over Descent. If I had to pick the two, it would be Biodome. But that's me. So we are.
I'm really excited about Biodome because it has been playing, in my opinion, really well from everything I've seen, and competitive play is pretty exciting on it.
Yeah. Well, guys, we are going to change servers right now. Remember, this basically it's Quaxy versus Titus. Titus is an American team. Quaxy is an EU team. So this is basically EU versus America. And we just went 1-1 on Cage. We're moving on to our second map here. This is Natural Selection 2, which is a blend of RTS and FPS gameplay. It's aliens versus Marines. It's a lot of carnage. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to show you a video here while we're changing maps and changing servers. So enjoy it. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back, and we have changed maps. And actually, what great timing to play that trailer, Wasabi, because that was the gorgeous trailer, and that was when Descent came out, and it showed Descent, which is the map we're gonna be playing right now.
Man,
I timed that perfectly.
Red Dog, you are so good. I mean, I am constantly amazed at your incredible ingenuity.
Incredible luck is what it is.
I bet you were totally sitting there watching the video going,
Yeah,
oh,
I
yeah,
was.
that's right.
I saw it was like new Descent map, and I'm like, perfect. All right, so we are gonna get and chat with Versal and Casesa again. We're moving into 1-1 on this matchup, which is going to be really exciting. We had 2 Marine wins going on here, so this really will decide what happens. This map, obviously Caged is a community-made map. It's still kind of in the works, and I'm sure there'll be some changes for that. It's an okay map, but now we kind of move on to Descent, which is obviously a standard map for the game. So if you buy it, you will play this map.
Absolutely. We've also moved to a European server, which means that the ping advantage should now be mostly in Quaxy's favor. And that really didn't seem to matter much regarding the last match. We saw Quaxy win the Marine round with the ping disadvantage. But yeah, I mean, so far I'm pretty excited, especially to see 2 Marine wins. You know, I love watching aliens just like destroy stuff, but when Marines win, there's just something about that, right? I mean, there's something like really gratifying, like especially when we're playing in pugs and stuff. I sit there and every time we win as Marine, it's like, yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we have we decided to pull both team captains again from the locker room and into here to chat with you all. So I'm going to start off by talking with Versal from Titus Gaming, who is also their commander. Versal, what a first couple matches. Can you talk me through what the hell happened? Awesome win, crazy loss. What happened?
Well, I think as you can see a little bit that Cage is a little bit difficult for aliens. I think it's putting it lightly. So it's especially difficult in the first engagements there. I think really where that first round we were alien, and that kind of turned the tide in Quaxy's favor, and they kind of held an advantage the whole game. So I think they did really well there. But on the opposite side of that, I mean, you could see how much we were just putting the pedal to the floor there on our Marine round, just constantly keeping on Quaxy. So I think it has part to do with the map, but I think maybe we just wanted to get a little bit of vengeance for that first round.
Yeah, I mean, in that second round as Marines, you guys fended off that rush that Quaxy was going to do. I mean, they probably saw they were starting in sewer and was kind of like, oh crap. Ran straight into that, and you defended off a lot of skulks. At that point, you guys sent Marines straight into Purification and just kept hammering Purification. Did you know, obviously, that was such a key room for the expansion for the aliens for a sewer start?
Oh, absolutely. There's no way you expand a sewer first, so it's going to be Purification, and if you can hold that room, there's no way out. So we just tried to contain there, and I think we did a pretty good job, especially early on.
Awesome, and now moving into Descent, tell me about Titus's, have you guys practiced this a lot for this match? You guys got something up your sleeves?
Well, we've always got things up our sleeves, so I'm not going to give anything away. But
damn.
Yeah, we've definitely been practicing. We try to every week practice for whatever maps are coming up. We try to exclusively only do those. So there being 4 maps this week because we are playing Team X obviously after Quaxy made it a little bit difficult, but we still managed to practice Descent a reasonable number of times.
Awesome. Well, good luck. This is 1-1, so we're all waiting here. Everybody's waiting here to see what happens. So I'm going to send you back to your locker room, and Wasabi is going to take us through who Quaxy sent over.
So, Casesa, welcome back to the hot seat. Man, oh man, that first game, that had to have you feeling good, no?
Yes, it really did.
You guys, you know, we were saying from the beginning that the Marines were going to play hyper aggressive on this map. It's a really easy map to do that. You won your early engagement, and then you just, like Versal said, kept the pedal to the metal. Coming into game 2, though, you started off pretty aggressive too. A 5 skulk push, you won your first engagement, but what happened?
Well, as you probably knew, we decided to do a base rush in the beginning, and it worked out pretty well. But there was this one Marine, I can't remember who it was, who came back from monitoring. And, well, we almost got the infantry portal down, and that would have really set them back. But we didn't get it down, we almost killed all the Marines. But one Marine saved the day and killed the last Skulk Mauga that was.
You know,
it almost worked, but it didn't.
You kept using, you know, Skulk pushes, 3 packs, 4 packs to try to, you know, over-engage, and it seemed to be working. But they were able to keep constant pressure on Purification. Was that frustrating to you?
Yes, it was, and as Wursel said, Caged is a really, really hard map for aliens, because the Marines can so easily put up aggression, especially to Purification. It's so easy to run through Satan's butthole, as they say, and just kill Purification over and over again. We were trying to defend it and failed a little bit, but, well, that's what happened.
Okay, so now we're on to Descent, one of the larger maps in the pool. It's a crazy map. It can really go one-sided pretty easily. Are you ready for this?
Yes, of course we're ready for Descent. Descent is much older than Caged in the NSL season, so we've practiced this a lot, even before the summer, so there shouldn't be any problems with this map. I'm not going to reveal what we're going to do, of course, but, you know.
Are you sure you don't want to just tell us why Versal's still here?
Who's going to win?
Yeah, who's going to win?
Who's going to win?
I think not. Well, we, of course. We're
well,
going to take this 3-1.
Oh, 3-1. Okay, so you think, because before you said it was going to be, you know, all wins for you, and you lost a round. So, just trying to see if you're thinking a little more conservative now, 2-2 maybe.
No, 3-1. That's the only way to go.
All right, well, awesome, Kasesa. Good luck to you guys. We're excited to see what happens here on Descent.
All right, guys, so I'm just going to pop open the big screen here in just a bit. Just to kind of go over what this map looks like. This is Descent. It's a massive, massive, massive map. As you can see, I'm just flying around here. Big room, small corridors, big corridors. It's got it all. You can see the map overlay right now. You got Fabrication, which is a tech point. You got Monorail. You got Tiny Drone Bay, you got Launch Control, and in the center, you got Hydro Analysis, and dotted all around the map, you have the resource nodes that all the teams fight for, that gets them team resources, that gets each person playing in the field personal resources so they can evolve or buy weapons, and the team resources are used by the side's commander to drop structures, research upgrades, all that stuff for their team, and obviously expand around the map. So this is Natural Selection 2. This is a Alien versus Marine RTS FPS hybrid. It's a lot of fun, and if you have not grabbed it yet, grab it right now. The links are from my mods here, and if you're just joining us, my name is Sting Red Dog here, and I have with me Wasabi1 bringing you this matchup. I'm just going to drop back down here.
You know, one of the things that I'm expecting to see here is early gorge tunnels. You know, we saw it from Titus in their first round on Caged. I think we're going to see it again here to offer them a little bit more pressure from the alien side early on. I'm not sure that it's going to go in hydroponics. I don't think so. I think it's going to be somewhere else, like possibly Drone Bay if they start in Launch, or Launch if they start in Drone Bay, just to be able to support. Because the other thing that should be noted is that when you drop that gorge tunnel, it creates infestation. So if the commander doesn't have to spread infestation all the way across the map to a third node, the infestation from the tunnel can support it.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, did you bring up the gorge tunnel above gravity?
Gorge tunnel above gravity.
So I've been
up on top.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen this a few times.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of like vent play because there's no way to get up there.
Yeah.
So my personal feeling is that it's exploit of the rules, but you know, it's not in the rules, so
yeah, exactly. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, this is gravity right here, and what Wasabi was talking about with gorge tunnels, Usually a Skulk right in the beginning of the game will run up here, evolve into a gorge, and build a gorge tunnel right up here. Now, as you can see, the Marines being basically, stuck on the ground before jetpacks can't get up there. And it can basically give easy access right into the Marines' back door if they started in launch control or drone base. So it's a very strong spot. I actually saw it in my last cast, so pretty interesting.
Yeah, my feeling is that if they did start in fabrication, that could be strong. But I think they're going to go more for holding the res, because the res is more important to get those higher life forms up. Because if you use that and the base aggression doesn't work, then you're just going to keep wasting time going back to that location. And it's too easy, just like with phase gates with Marines, to get stuck on just focusing on defending that area or attacking that one area, while the rest of the time the opposite team just rolls around the map and grabs your res.
Yeah. So we have a Titus Gaming ready call. Quaxy is waiting for the game to start. We have switched servers, so now Titus Gaming, being the American being the American team, is on the ping disadvantage. Meanwhile, the Finland team, mostly Finland, the Finland team is now on their lower pings, so you can see all their pings right there.
Say Finnish team?
Finnish. We can say Finnish.
I mean, the Finland team. That sounds kind of weird.
It sounds weird to me the other way. All right, here we go. 15 seconds. Round 3, guys. Season 3 of the Natural Selection League Premier Division. Quaxy versus Titus Gaming. We are at 1-1 right now, and this is the last map we are going to play to decide this.
Ooh.
And here we go. Nice start locations, launch control, and monorail.
Monorail can be difficult for the aliens because observation can be sniped pretty easily. Energy flow is okay, but observation will take a lot of pressure. I think you'll see that a lot. 3 Marine push through gravity, and they aren't even stopping to build. They're going straight for the aliens.
Yep, straight for Hydro. We already have the blueprints down there, so 3 Marines moving now into Hydro with Bitey up on the ceiling, R-Line on the other way. Just get the view from Bitey as he's seen these Marines. He's up in the vents. He's seen these Marines build the power. He's got R-Line as backup. He's also got Sicknick around the corner. And Joshy coming in as well.
Yeah, they tried to coordinate that timing. Didn't work out very well. You saw R-Line and Bitey come in a little bit late. I mean, they have done a really good damaging push here. Bitey leaving the room with half health. I think that was a mistake. I think he should have stayed in on that engagement. Probably could have taken down Malga with R-Line. But to stop, a 3-pack of Marines this early is pretty good because there's no pressure beyond hydro analysis right now.
And we're seeing a gorge tunnel has been put up right here in Drone Bay, which leaves infestation around its area, so they can build that harvester. Kasesa, Onzor, and Fulgo here in Gravity. Got Bitey around the corner as they kind of make this push. Sicknick and Joshy backing him up. Sicknick getting caught, 5%. Looks like he's definitely going to go down pretty easily. 1 bullet, yep, he goes down. Shift Hive has been completed for the aliens.
They got to be really careful here because they're obviously trying to push out a Hydro. They've yet to build the res node in here. So it means Malga's just been defending this whole time. And the aliens just decide, screw it, we're going to go after Kasesa. Much easier to attack here in Gravity.
Oh! Kasesa gets killed by his own line. Onzor coming around the corner. Looks like he is in trouble.
Yeah, with that gorge there and able to heal spray those skulks, he's going to lose that engagement. It's very little chance he's going to win that.
Kasesa coming in alone.
But look at this, Gravity. Like I said, pressure over at observation. 2 Marines already cutting Siths and going after that res node. And this is the thing you got to be careful for. It's so easy to leave hydro analysis and just pop right in there.
Yeah, I just want to make a note too. Kasesa blew up his own harvester here in Gravity. And that's what you got to be careful of with 33% friendly fire.
Commander using a lot of med packs over an observation. They save it. Having the gorge there is going to be able to heal it right back up to 100%. But right now, the Marines are sitting on 5 extractors, building a 6th. But now the north end of the map is open. Bitey taking down Mulk there in energy flow. Now 2 skulks on that res node. They're going to start finally chipping away at some stuff. Whip protecting down here in South Corridor against Onzar and Kasesa.
Sicknick now coming right behind him, getting 1 bite as he moves off. He's moving in for another attack run, along with his skulks. Doing a good job throwing spikes down that hallway, coming in for the bite.
Such a dangerous area
Nice.
for Marines. So many flanking positions for the aliens in this situation.
Oh!
And with that gorge supporting, Sicknick and Arline, Kasesa did not stand a chance there.
Heal spray death on Kasesa. Arline and Sicknick now, they are enzymed. Trying to work on Mulk as they take him down, and that's going to leave it wide open for this RT to get taken down. They actually do save that down in gravity. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, right now the Marines have only lost 2 extractors in 4 minutes, so aliens really need to start ramping up their game and get these extractors down. Weapons 1 started. Again, you can see he's gone for the double IPs in the armory with mines, and then drops his arms lab. No obs anywhere in sight, so he's going for those weapons upgrades first.
And that's interesting on a map this, kind of this big. You're really betting that you're betting more that your Marines on the field basically are going to stay on the field.
Right. Very, very easy to get out of position, though.
Yes.
And without those phase gates to back you up as support, if you don't have that obs in place, you could be in big trouble.
You're making a huge gamble right now. I think Arroyos is in terms of this opening. Weapons 1 almost being completed. We have 2 Spurs up for Titus Gaming. So Spurs. Oops. Sorry, am I still on? Yep, I'm still on. Okay. Onzar getting taken down here. Right outside gravity. Malaga and Mulk in here.
Weapons 1 done. Weapons 2 immediately started. So he knows that they're losing these engagements, and he's like, we've got good shots. We're doing a good job. We just need to be able to do more damage per shot.
Yeah.
So getting that Weapons 2 going will be nice, but that's about 45 seconds away. So the aliens need to capitalize on this. Someone needs to be moving into Hydro and taking down this resin here. And I think they'll be able to do that now that they've taken down gravity. It's less of a focus. It's going to take the Marines time to come back in and rebuild.
Onzar, Malaga, and Mulk moving into gravity. Drone Bay now has been claimed by the aliens. 1% grown on that hive. So before we saw that their first hive, they turned it into a shift hive, which allows them to get the to be able to drop spurs. Now spurs is an upgrade that opens up upgrades for the aliens for traits. They can choose one of 2 of the traits that gets opened by the spur, and that is celerity and adrenaline. Celerity increases movement speed, and adrenaline increases energy.
I have to say, I really like this whip and crag placement here in South Corridor. As the Marines come around this corner, they get chipped and chipped and chipped by the whip, and then the aliens get the support of the heal wave from the crag and are able to just, annihilate any Marines before they can even enter Drone Bay. I don't believe that whip is connected at the moment either, though.
No, it's not. There's no infestation under it. We have Bitey now moving in. Weapons 2 now has been completed, and Titus Gaming is close to fades. We have 1, 2, 3 of them that are at 37 personal res. So it takes 40 to go fade, to evolve into a fade, and it takes 5 for each trait. So they need 45 if they're going to go evolve into a fade and grab celerity or adrenaline.
Yeah, Versal just realized that whip wasn't rooted at all, but it wasn't taking damage, so a little bit of a glitch there. So he's moved it back. He's got more infestation coming out from a new cyst, and you can see that the Marines are moving back towards Hydro to defend. They've now lost 5 extractors to 0 harvesters, and the resource count, although looking good for the aliens, the Marines are still on top at about 320 resources income.
Here comes Sicknick through the vents. He's backed up by Golden.
Still, the obs has been ghosted at base, but not built. So, honestly, I'd like to see a little bit of pressure at Marine Start. I'd like to see someone go and scout it that there's no obs built.
Yeah, Crag Hive now has been built here in Drone Bay. That's going to allow shells to be dropped, which is going to allow for the upgrades Carapace and Regeneration. So they're going to have a choice between Carapace and Regeneration and Adrenaline and Celerity. Quaxy's RT and Plaza going down.
He went for Weapons 3 after getting Armor 1, but he's lost quite a bit of res. We've now got a scout out. Joshy is in main. Commander out of the chair. He knows that there's no obs built yet. I think he didn't see it necessarily being built, but it is not finished, so it's definitely not working.
See, the first Fade has come out onto the field, and that's going to be R-Line. As R-Line is here right in South Corridor, up against Onzor and Malga.
Oh, and Golden going down to the shotgun. That is a tough situation right there to lose that Gorge right as R-Line got there.
Yeah, you got to be careful at this point, especially with now you got what? You got Weapons 2, shotguns, almost Weapons 3, so really some really like spot-on shotgun blast can just ruin your day. Phase Tech now started.
Yeah. Weapons 3 were about 30 seconds away, so if the Fades are going to start doing damage and chipping away from these personal resources, now is the time to do it. You can see Josh and R-Line trying to maneuver around and get more into Hydro where they think it's a more winning situation. Casesa in here getting lots of med support, but he's going to go down quickly to what looks to be 2 Fades and a Skull.
Bulgo and Molt coming now into Hydro analysis.
Oh,
nice
Sicknick!
shot.
Sicknick so lucky to get away from Onzar down here in South Corridor.
53%. He is grabbing a trade upgrade right now. So we can actually see what upgrades he does have. He has Celerity and Carapace.
Weapons 3 just goes online right now in this
Oh,
engagement.
not good.
And, they really started putting the aliens on their back foot. The first phase gate's been built in the energy flow, not built back in Marine Start yet. And they're not.
And a phase gate in gravity.
Yeah, they're trying to be really
Oh,
aggressive
wow.
here.
This is really going to lock down this side of the map if they are able to get these phase gates up. And they are online.
Yeah. So they've been spotted in energy. They don't know about the gravity phase gate. The catch here with the way that these phase gates are located, they can still hit Plaza and Fabrication. You can see infestations moving into Hydro, but, no one's really working on res right now, and that's a problem. Bitey's starting to bite, but,
Bitey's starting to bite.
six extractors is way too much, and you can see they're going for a Robo Factory.
Yep. There we go, and it's being turned right now, upgraded into an Arc Factory, so Arcs... Basically, guys, come out of the robotics factory, and Arcs are siege units that are controlled by the Marine Commander, and they can actually shoot siege shots through walls. They're very vulnerable to Gorge Bile Bomb, though. Seeing Golden in launch control doing a little bit of harassment there, getting taken out by Casesa. We see Nano Shield is being researched now by Quaxy. Oh, man, this is... First Arc is out in South Corridor.
And they're going to use the Arc from a distance, I think, to take out these whips and the Crag and the Shift. They don't need to get it onto the Hive yet. They're really more concerned about taking this stuff out.
It's deployed. Charging up. Here comes the blast.
Alien's going for Onos upgrades right now, which will be done in about 35, 40 seconds, with Bitey probably about a minute and a half, 2 minutes away from Onos.
You see R-Line and
now,
Joshy.
that is not targeting anything. He's just now putting off the scan. A second Arc coming into play now, and they are all over this. The aliens on all sides. They got to take Mulka down. They got to get in there with Onzars, but it's hard because that Mac is just repairing armor.
Oh, they do take down Onzor.
There we go.
There's the enzyme.
They got to get on those Arcs. They got to take them down. They can't afford to lose any of this stuff. Arc.
They are on this. Here comes Casesa taking out Bitey. He is nano-shielded. Oh my god, they actually saved these Arcs. And they are being redeployed.
Wow.
What a fight happening here in South Corridor. Fantastic.
And there's the thing too, it's, you know, because all the momentum is there, Golden's going for res, which I think is a good move, but I would have honestly hit the phase gate over energy flow. Try to pull the attention away to the other side. Now Mulk is in main, going right after the spur. It's open and exposed right there, taking them down now to 1 spur.
Yeah, he took down 2 in there. That's 40 resources right there. Mulk doing a great job. Yeah, and he just lost an LMG, which is nothing.
And now they're taking out shells with...
Oh, wow. Quaxy on fire here in South Corridor and taking down the upgrades from Titus. Titus on their back heels right now, really trying to make a move up against the South Corridor, but the arcs are just coming and moving forward.
Oh, Joshy's got to get out of there.
Oh, no upgrades.
This is really bad. Advanced Armory is done. He doesn't have the, he's got to wait till 40 res to drop a prototype lab, and then another 15 res, or 25 res to research jetpacks. So if they can get this 4th harvester up in Hydro, while the, all this, crazy attention over in South Corridor happens, they could be in a good position. They're all working on the phase gate and energy flow right now. It's going to go down. And that means that the Marines are tied completely to gravity. So they've got to go all in on this.
Nice bone wall there. Stop a couple shots to save that Crag. Doesn't work. And these arcs are in range of this hive.
And, cluster grenade going off. Right? Was that a cluster or were those actual grenades?
No, actual grenades. Got those going off, and there we go. Nice catch there with the bone wall from Versal.
Ooh,
Hive down to 62%.
So now they got to work on res, which they're doing. You've got Golden over in Plaza. He's going to move up to Atmosphere. There needs to be infestation and energy already. They need to capitalize on the fact that the Marines are totally out of place.
They have no Bile Bomb. They cannot fight against this. There's Bitey.
He's out.
Bitey's out as an Onos.
Going all in. He's going all in, but he's about to lose his Onos. They're chasing him. Oh no, Malgus!
No! Oh my gosh! Bitey loses another Onos.
Oh no, he didn't see Malcolm behind him, and if he had just turned around, he could have taken him out. They're gonna save the hive here, but they didn't. They completely failed to capitalize on getting more infestation and res out. Energy flow could have easily been grabbed right now. There could have been infestation up in fabrication. Thank God Golden was working on res. Marines down to 3 res. No prototype lab dropped. Only 10 res in the bank for the Marines. They went all in on these arcs, and they're still got 1 arc up doing damage to the hive.
Yeah, but it's being outstripped. The Crag is out healing it. Because it's only 1, and all they need to do is keep doing chip damage against this arc. 7-2-1, done! An arc is out. It's only Marines here in South Corridor. 30%, the hive has been healed. What a fight in South Corridor. Tooth and nail against this hive. Weapons 3, armor 1, still the upgrades for Quaxy.
See, right now, they need to let Quaxy come into the hive.
Nice bone wall.
That bone wall there to stop him in the middle of an assault. They're trying to hit the hive here. If they time this right, they can take these Marines out. Arline goes down to shotgun.
Goes down to shotgun. So they lose a fade in this engagement. The Crag hive is down to 37%.
Wow.
And they got to get out of there. Meanwhile, across this map, they do have Kasesa still running around building.
Joshi! Oh,
he jumps into the hive.
Tells Versal, get out.
Yeah. Move. Oh, jeez. So now Sicknick in there as that lurk, trying to get these guys out of here, throwing spikes down the hallway. Working on very low traits right now. Only 1 shell, 1 spur is up. You can see on the left side, he's only got 33% effectiveness of Carapace and Celerity.
Still no Proto Lab. 5 extractors online, 15 res in the bank, but he's spending all of it on Nano Shield and Med Packs. So every time he starts to get a little bit built up in there, it's gone.
Oh boy, Sick Nick, Bitey, Joshy, all in here. Really, I mean, this is where the fight is, but you can see around the map. Let's look around. I mean, Casesa's still running around building, backed up by Malga that's building around this map. So even though most of the fight's happening here in Drone Bay, Quaxy is doing a really good job because obviously we know Titus is trying to capitalize on this focus and take down Quaxy's economy, but that's just not happening because Quaxy just keeps rebuilding.
Yeah, Phase Gate down and energy flow again, so they're still putting Quaxy on their back foot. Although Quaxy has gone through and is starting to recap res throughout the map, and someone has got to be focusing on that.
Looking at the res graph right now, 13 extractors lost, 4 Quaxy versus just 1 harvester for Titus. Team resources 860 to 507. Team kills 48 to 51 with Titus eking out a lead in engagements.
Arc is making its way back into South Corridor. Bitey trying to throw himself in there.
Nice armory! Look at that! Look at that armory placement right next to that arc. I love that.
Yeah, before you saw the advantage was they could just barely chip around that corner and start doing damage. Second arc rolling into place right now. Phase Gate again trying to be placed over an energy flow. R-Line working on that. You got 1 Marine over in Hydro, so they're about to lose their 3rd harvester.
I mean, right now Titus is so, I mean, Quaxy, you know, like, right now we can, upgrade of Gorge started. Quaxy we can kind of see right now, you know, best defense is a great offense, and they are putting so much pressure on Drone Bay right now that it's taking most of Titus to defend this. Sickness barely getting out of there, by the way, with 16% health in South Corridor.
The one thing saving him right now is the commander's being pretty bad about his scans on this hive, so those arcs can't target. He's getting them going now, and now a 3rd arc in play against this hive. The Crag is out of the way of the hive damage, and it is doing, you know, as much healing as it can. And because these arcs
they can get a gorge there,
that's a good thing too.
Yep, that's a very good point. These arcs are not firing in one volley, which is giving a little bit of tick for the heals, which is going to just allow this. And they need a gorge here to either heal this or bomb the crap out of these arcs. There are 4 arcs now.
Yeah, now you got the Phase rolling in against what they know is only a couple Marines. They're trying to overengage. Golden stuck. Golden goes down.
Oh, Golden goes down! Right here!
Oh, no. But Molka's down. Now the arcs are completely undefended, and they're going straight
Go, Titus! Take him out! Titus.
The hive.
Oh, God, thank God. All right, so now they are basically Fulgo coming around the corner with Casesa.
Oh, they got to be really careful not to lose anything there. The hive down to
2 arcs down!
7%! Arc down! 2%!
2%!
Now it's up to 8%.
They save it! No, they don't! Oh my God, what a fight against this hive! Oh my God, Quaxy does it with their last volley. They do end up taking that down. I thought Titus had that.
They still have the Gorge Tunnel here. They can still take this area back. Again, no prototype lab dropped. They have yet to have enough money to do that. And that's important to note.
Now these arcs are trundling into Drone Bay, and Titus is being scanned down by Arroyos. They do know who's in there. They just take out that Phase Gate. Now they're going to move up into Fabrication because this is their only chance to assist.
And honestly, Fabrication can be a pretty comfortable position for them to be in if they play it right. So they could go for another hive up here if they need to. But I think their focus needs to be not so much the second hive right now, but taking down this res and then hitting hard back at Marine start. Pull the Marines back. You got to beacon them back. You got to get them out of there.
Yeah. Moving now into observation. They're just moving these arcs. They're going to set up right outside Monorail.
It's going to take a long time to get to Monorail, though. Arcs slow down on infestation. They're going to set them up here to work on the harvester so that the Marines can just defend.
Titus really doing a good job working on Quaxy's economy. They're down to 2 extractors. I mean, they've lost 19 extractors in this whole thing. That's 190 resources lost to our blueprints right now.
Yeah, starting to take out power in rooms too, which is really important because the longer you can delay Quaxy from rebuilding, the better. The fact that the commander has Max, though, is working to his advantage. Send the AI to do what other players would have had to do instead.
Yeah, exactly. Building up the power now in observation. This may be another phase gate location.
This is when I would take the opportunity to go and hit that phase gate in gravity.
Gravity, yeah.
You know, I think it's much better to take down the momentum. Hydro is not as easy to move out from as you would think.
Ooh, cis chain cut. He's got to cis through silo to reconnect that because they're going to keep putting pressure on Depot.
And a beacon back to base as they baited. And that was a great play.
Yep. Great
Pull
job.
all the pressure off. Stop the phase gate from getting put down in Hydro. Take out the power. Kill the Mac.
Yep, they're on the power now in Hydro, and they're going to take that out. Power is down.
Still, or one arc still just chilling over there. No, it's two. Two arcs chilling over there by observation. Nano shield. Or as we like to call it, marine invincibility.
Quaxy playing such a strong marine round here against Titus. I am so proud of these guys. Titus on the other end, showing such determination with their alien play. I mean, that drone bay fight.
Right now they're in a good spot. I mean, look at this. Sicknick's got 47 res.
Yeah.
Arline's at 34. Bitey back at 25. They could refade if they need to in just a couple minutes, holding the three harvesters that they are. And now they're putting all the pressure on the Marines to defend these RTs. And, you know, okay, so the Hive is here throwing off on a couple little things here and here with the Arc, but they're not pushing it up because Monorail is so hard to assault from up top.
Yeah,
and pressure Marine start again.
Yeah, from Golden, he's working on that phase gate, 24%. It takes a Marine a while to actually repair that, so that's actually really good to keep working on that because they know that at one point they're going to have to get a Marine on that or get a Mac on it, and I don't see any Macs in their main base. Joshy now coming in for fabrication up against Mulk here. Death Cam strikes again.
Pretty much out of ammo. I don't think it was so much you as that was a bad situation. Now Bitey is sitting on the extractor, and they've recycled the Robo.
They're going to move it.
I think he's going to try to go for the, he's going to wait for one more tick, and he's going to wait for the prototype lab. I think they realize, yep, there it is. There's the proto lab. But even if he builds this, he needs 25 res in the bank to go for the jetpacks.
Yeah, guys, so if you don't know, Prototype Lab unlocks research trees for jetpacks and exosuits, which are basically massive mechs. Fabrication now has been cleared with Volk there!
He even had the drifter there. He knew it was going.
Why? Oh my god! Oh my god! Take him down!
Oh, man.
Drops Hive. Mulk's just running in there like, oh, hello.
And now you've got the Arcs hitting the Hive down in Monorail. You've got them both there with two Marines and the Mac. No other support, though. So if they can time this right, they're going to be able to come in here and just work on these Marines. I'd love to see someone flank through this vent up here, which is attached to their tech point. Joshy coming from behind. Here we go. Full go. And Onzar shooting with those
With
shotguns.
Bile Bomb now.
And Nano Shield coming out inside. Gorgeous coming in. Holy crap.
They took out the Mac with that Bile Bomb. But now they needed to take out that Marine support, which was huge. Full go taking good shots there on Joshy.
These Arcs.
Oh!
Joshy does go down. The Arcs are in serious trouble, though. Bile Bomb coming up. Bile Bomb's going to take out the Arcs. Bitey will go down. Golden's going to go down. Now they've got to wait to spawn in, which is a tough position because there's only a couple eggs here. The Hive up in fabrication going down to Mulk, 13%, and this sucker is gone.
Wow, and Mulk is going to take out this Hive. Fabrication is destroyed. Kasesa, Fulgo, and Malga right outside here in Monorail with shotguns, weapons 3. They're putting a lot of pressure here. 3 eggs on the map.
The sound you hear is the commander spending money to drop eggs at the tech point. Trying to get his team to spawn back in and time this right. Research on jetpacks is just now starting. Again, no Arcs, no Robo. So they're in a tough position here because if they don't clear this, The aliens have a lot of momentum coming out.
Just rolling through him. Onzor is the only one left. He's up against Golden here. We see a fade. Gonna blink in. Nice shot to the face by Golden. Or to Golden. Nano shield.
Faded. So we do have, our second level fades coming out. Sicknick is going for Onos, though. He's up to 58 res.
Well, they got to hold this. The energy flow at 28%. They got to hold on to their res. Quaxy is so strong with their economy right now. 6, even though they've lost 20. Look at this resource tower graph.
Nano shield, nano shield, nano shield. So much nano shield. Molt's going to go down. They lose the harvester, though. That's going to put them in a tough position. They have 40 res available to them. They immediately need to recap back up in fabrication and energy flow. Now the Marines have put another robotics factory down here in Depot, and they have yet to research for arc upgrade because they don't have the res to do it.
Now moving up against this pressure team here in Depot. They gotta be careful. A few shotgun blasts can just ruin a Fade's day. Bitey getting killed by Onzor with being pistoled to the back. We see Fulgor working on that harvester that was just dropped there in energy flow, and the sys chain is cut as well. Arc Factory now has been completed right here in Depot, and that's just going to be an endless supply of arcs, especially with such a strong economy.
Yeah, the aliens are really on their back foot, though, because Quaxy just keeps defending and going back for these harvesters left and right, and now one arc moving into place, but only Onzor here. This could be a big moment for the aliens to really shut out the line goes down with Onzor's last breath.
Takes him down. There goes another fade. Titus really in trouble here. 71% on this hive. Man, what a back and forth.
He's got to be on that arc, and he's not hitting it at all. That arc needs to go down. They're doing too much damage right now from all sides. Golden is taking down some res down to 5 extractors. Josh is defending as much as he can, but they got to take this arc down.
They're going to take this down, save the hive. It's at 60%, but if you look at this map, Quaxy just has full control of this game. Titus on one harvester. That's the one in their base. Malga and Onzor coming up in the middle here, going down to Golden. Malga taking out Golden as well in turn. He's the only one left. He is nano-shielded right now, taking down our line.
Here's the problem, though. Bitey pulls up to go and support when he shouldn't have. He should have kept working on that robotics factory. Now you got another Mac and Arc out, but here's Sicknick, the Onos. What can he do to save this? I actually think the Onos would
Flash
be better
Onos.
fit. I mean, it could be. Weapons 3.
Here we go. Yeah, Weapons 3, Shotguns is going to make short work of this Onos. Look at that! Look how fast his health on the bottom left goes down.
And now they're moving 2 arcs into place on this hive. Oh, this is going to be tough to come back from.
Yeah, especially if they lose Joshi right here. Joshi barely getting out of there. Malga nano-shielded again by Arroyos. Oh, and Joshi goes down!
But they've just taken out all the Marines here. No one's in place to support. One Marine running back as fast as he can. They've got to take this Robo down.
Yeah, but it's just one. He's going to get backed up by one more. They do take the Robo down, but I mean, what else can they do? It's a mini win for something that's eventually just going to happen.
Just got to keep working on the res. I mean, it is absolutely in Quaxy's favor. It's Quaxy's game to lose. But if the aliens can start expanding a little bit more and keep working on the res, you can see they're at 5 extractors right now. Their P-res is not spectacular anymore, but that means that these guys have got jetpacks. So they could just rush. Here's the thing. Why is Quaxy not just rushing into the hive?
Yeah,
that's the real thing.
Like, why?
Why worry about the arcs? Why not just roll in and finish it off? 78%.
You have jetpacks. You have shotguns. Just go in there. I mean, you have Titus really on their back foot right now.
Sicknick in trouble. They've got to chase Sicknick. They've got to take him down.
Well, yeah, even right now, Joshi in launch control on the phase gate. That was just nano shielded.
But that phase gate was pretty low.
We're seeing Sicknick. I mean, this is just a back and forth right now. Look at that, putting armory walls on both sides. I'm going to show you what that looks like. The aliens are right here. When they come up, there are armory walls on both sides, keeping that Onos out. Onos can't get through that. It's beautiful by Quaxy. Oh, he does. He jumps over it. And he's out of there.
Arc Factory now starting. Well, is it an arc? It is an Arc Factory, so he's gonna try to do arcs, but you know he's struggling because they're just starting to recap res.
Sicknick and R-Line now up against Malga here. Malga with a jetpack and shotgun. You can see him.
Oh, and
flying
Golden
around.
File bombing back at Marine Start. One of those IPs is pretty dang low. He goes down. The Phase Gate, the Proto, and the IP all pretty dang low. I would have loved to actually see him put a Gorge Tunnel up over here in crew quarters. So it's out of the way of the scan, and they could have all just rushed in and maybe taken him out before they realized it.
Yeah, if they went multiple Gorge. It was just one. It was just Golden, yeah?
Yeah.
Onzor and Malga still here outside. Sicknick at 70%, running in and out. And here we go again, arcing the Hive, 92%. They do have the, the Arc Factory back up here in Depot. Just keep pumping out arcs all day. I mean, they have 6 extractors right now. We're moving into 34.5 minutes on this matchup. I mean, really, I don't know. Quaxy should have just went in there a while ago and just ended this. They could have egg-locked them and ended this right when jetpacks came out.
Yeah, pretty much everything healed back at base. I mean, the advanced armory's at 72, Phase Gate at 42, but now with multiple arcs in place, the Onos really not able to do much. He's actually pretty low himself. I wish they'd chase him. This thing's going to go down.
Yeah, 70% there. I don't know what else they can do. There's nothing else happening on the map. Quaxy has completely dominated Titus here on this round 3 in their Marine round. Great, strong play by Quaxy.
And the Mac even tried to get the power up in monorail.
32% build there. There comes another one. Now, this is it. I mean, Arroyos is just saying, you know what, I'm just going to keep pumping out arcs, set a waypoint, and that's it. 54% on this Hive, 40% from that other volley.
And down goes the Onos.
Oh, there's the Onos. Well, that one wasn't even exciting.
So,
we
you know,
kind
I've
of
been
knew.
watching a lot of your games, Red Dog, and in a lot of the Division 1, 2, 3, 4, you are seeing a lot of alien wins.
I have. I have seen
and
a ton of alien wins.
is it not refreshing to come in and see really, really high-skilled Marine games?
Yes, I mean, seeing both. I mean, like Aliens and Marines. I mean, these teams are so, you can just see the skill. They are so even right now that really it's up to. Oh, they scanned that down. It's really up to the individual player skill. This is gonna get it. Gonna get the win here. And there's the good game. They tried to do a desperation Hive here in Drone Bay, but obviously Mulk found it. He's gonna weld it to death. He's actually welding it right now. There we go. Well, death on the Hive there. Quaxy wins. We go 2-1 here and moving into the final round.
All right.